What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Um, Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. Shout out to all the people that have been here since day one and have supported me in whatever way. Y'all know what I mean. Life has been pretty crazy, but I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't sleep, so it's probably time to do a reading for the collective, and I'm not even gonna really say a specific question or issue or story because we're just gonna see what messages come up for everyone. I think that some of you are in your feelings. Some of you kind of have this outer exterior, maybe to the world, or a mask that you wear that you're fine and you don't have feelings, but you do. For some of you, it's for a Libra, or for some of you, it's for someone who you have a child with. With the Patience card, I think that if you're waiting for this person to talk to you, it's going to take some time, simply because this person is going through some things that she needs to go through on her own. And I think that this is just how some people deal with things. Even though I definitely feel like this person thinks about you, this person has really good, fond memories of you. They feel like you are everything that they would want. There are some things in their life that they need to walk away from, and for some of you, this represents you needing to walk away from someone in your life. And this could be things from the past that had to do with the mother, but there's also someone who's still kind of watching, paying a little bit too much attention to who you talk to. So I feel like for some of you guys, this is more of something that, I don't want to say a fantasy, but I think that you think about this conversation with this person a lot, but maybe you haven't had this conversation because for whatever reason this situation is calling for you to have patience. Now, maybe this is this person needing to have patience with you, maybe it's vice versa, but I just feel like someone doesn't want to see you leave completely out of their life, but at the same time, I think that if you think that someone left, they're still kind of watching and they do want to have a conversation with you. But I feel like someone's shy. I feel like someone has a hard time. Like if they were to tell you everything that they felt about you, you probably wouldn't believe them because it's not something they've ever said out loud. Maybe this person deals with their emotions in a different way. With the Tower and the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords, some of you guys are taking a break. Some of you guys did leave someone. Someone could have cheated. Someone could have left. There's a need for someone to just spend some time alone. Remember, the things that this person did, and I feel like it caught somebody off guard. For some of you, this could have been a friend of yours. For some of you, I don't think that you realized like how much this person paid attention to the things that you did or who you talked to on the phone, because then this person started talking to them. This person kind of spread it on a little bit thick in this situation, and that could have caused some of you guys to not be talking to this person now. This could have caused someone to be left out, because I feel like in the back of someone's mind, They don't want you to be in a relationship with this person. They don't want you to put any time into this. They want you to leave this person behind. They want you to think negatively of them, because for some of you guys, you have no idea the truth of the situation. You believed an outside party because this other person wasn't saying anything to you. So this person called you, or you called this person, but there's a lot of regret here for some reason. The Queen of Wands doesn't necessarily play. I feel like she doesn't have a whole lot to say right now. Does she want to call you? Yes. Does she want to talk to you? Yes. I think that you guys both know it's not the right time. The Queen of Wands knows about all of the temptations that someone gives into. Maybe someone is too materialistic, or someone kind of likes to have a lot of someone gives into temptation quite a bit. I'll just put it that way. And then they probably regret it, but they continue to do it. Some of you, it could be an Aquarius. With the Page of Earth, this person has been like this for a very long time. Or this person, when it comes to, grounding a relationship or having something that is equal, they want to do this. I feel like they want to tell you that, how they view you. But with the Seven of Water, someone could be a little bit confused. Someone could have a lot of options. Maybe you think that this person has a lot of options because of what someone else told you. Some of you guys have recently started talking to an earth sign, and if you're worried, if they have options, or if you're worried if they're talking to other people, I think that someone did kind of get out of a situation and maybe they're no longer in it, but a part of them is still holding on to something where this love is still here. So it causes someone to kind of be in energy of juggling, not really knowing what they want, not really able to communicate what they want. The potential is here for love, the potential is here for a conversation, but there's a lot of other things in this situation as well. With the Magician and the Ten of Swords, for somebody this is over. Somebody just wants this to be over because of the manipulation, because of the other people, because of the outside people, because of all of the bullshit. Someone just is ready to have this conversation and tell you the truth about it, but something's kind of holding it back. I think that what's been brought to light in this is all of the bullshit and the outside people and the drama, but nothing has ever really been said about the potential for this to grow into something that the emotions are here and they were kind of unexpected. But I feel like this is something where someone needs to move slow, someone needs to communicate maybe what's really going on, what they're still holding on to. Someone needs to have some boundaries when it comes to someone in their life that, knows exactly what to say to kind of reel you in and get your attention. But at the same time, there's also a fire sign who needs to kind of be more clear about how they feel. Like, who has their heart, what they have kind of went through. Is someone not able to trust their intuition enough or trust this person enough to understand that, timing is a factor, that, maybe it's not the right time for the situation, and that maybe you don't know all of the reasons why. Five of Air, Five of Fire, and Three of Air. Someone has caused a lot of drama. Someone has gotten their heart broken because of another person. Someone feels like the person they wanted chose someone else, but they don't even realize the person that they still have in their life that could offer them the stability and that could be solid, because they haven't told this person anything. It's like an idea of this marriage, of this relationship, but someone doesn't know if you accept this offer, if you still have these feelings for them, if you need more time. Someone just wants to be happy. Someone's happy as hell they got a divorce. Sorry. But I feel like there was a marriage or relationship that caused someone to be complacent, to be disassociated, or maybe it was just the idea of being married to this person. It's just like someone didn't know what they wanted. Someone always kind of ran away from their feelings, never really communicated them. It's not like they didn't want to, because someone does genuinely have a lot of love. Someone does kind of want to work this out and provide for you and tell you how they feel about you, but someone feels very small right now. Someone might need you to decide between a water sign and an earth sign. And they know that ultimately someone's going to get hurt. So they've been sitting on the draft for a while, not moving. They know what they want to do. They've made the decision. But they also have a lot of anxiety about what this person would do or say. We don't want someone to be, all stressed out and have a bunch of anxiety, especially if they're pregnant or they're your baby mom. I think that the communication is an issue. The communication causes a lot of the anxiety, but a lot of it is in your head. A lot of it is a fantasy, and a lot of it has to do with this mask that someone wears a little bit too well. And the door that stays closed because they don't want to let anyone in. They don't want to admit, what truly goes through their head. Maybe someone doesn't want to seem soft, because if people knew, how emotional this person was, then they don't want to be looked at in that way. It's easier for someone to just play it off. But with the Nine of Fire, and I always like this card because she's holding these stars, but she's looking at them. There's something that you need to be aware of. There's something you need to pay attention to, especially if you're dealing with an air sign. Or maybe this air sign is doing some self-reflecting about how they feel, about what they want. And they're noticing something that they never noticed before. With the Four of Fire and the Two of Water and the Queen of Water, someone finally realized that this is their person. That this person's intuition and gifts kind of made it seem like, because they kept so much to themselves, it's like you didn't really know if this was the person, you kind of second guessed this. Well, one of you did, one of you didn't. I feel like someone has a lot of spiritual gifts. The intuition has been there, but at the same time, this has never been discussed. Either we're coming together, the fact that we're soulmates, the fact that maybe we went in different directions, or maybe this is about, finally figuring out how to bring this together. Instead of kind of hiding from this, instead of being afraid of commitment, instead of never making a decision, because someone doesn't necessarily want to be alone, but someone does need to be alone for certain things in their life, especially when it comes to their job, things that they, maybe some hobbies. This person likes to be independent. So maybe this caused you guys to go in different directions, because I feel like when it comes to how you guys were brought up, or basically everything I mentioned with the communication and the fantasy and the waiting, it just took a long time for this to even go in any kind of collaboration was kind of out of the window. I feel like someone, if there was any mental confusion in the past, or your mind is starting to clear. You're becoming more aware of your feelings, of your desires, the fact that some of you genuinely do need to take time to yourself to meditate, or go to your happy place, because some of you guys had to learn how to tame yourself. Some of you guys are still kind of learning. Some of you guys are kind of getting your juice back, like your confidence, to, for some of you, tell this other person that you don't want to be in a relationship with them, that you have made a decision about what it is that you want, and it's not this person who is kind of flashy and wants attention and looks good on the surface, but probably just wants your money. Because the Ace of Earth, someone sees you getting attention, someone sees you getting opportunities. And with the Fool card, they don't think that you know what they're doing. Like, they spend so much time kind of distracting you that they didn't think that you would pick up on the fact of why they're really in your life. That there's been kind of an illusion that's clouded your mind for a while, but now that things are changing and there's new opportunities here, now that someone has taken the time to go through this transformation, someone is coming back as the Emperor in their full power, and some of you need to go through this transformation to be in this power. But at the same time, some of you guys need to take this opportunity. Some of you guys need to become vulnerable to an extent without knowing the outcome, so that greater things can come into your life. I feel like the universe is like, if you would just take the steps on your own, we will be there to back you up. We'll be there when you fall. But it's like, they want you to initiate this. They want you to take these steps on your own, to take your spot, to be the person that you were meant to be, to have this stability, to have this grounded energy. It's going to require someone to step out of their comfort zone, to go through some changes that are pretty fucking heavy, to let the smoke clear, to see clearly, to understand that there's so many transitions and layers of programming and ego death and so many things that we go through, that nobody really wanted to feel all these things. It's not like we woke up and were like, oh, please show me everything about myself that I hate, please help me feel all these feelings that I don't want to fucking feel, however you felt when you were 13 or 4 or 14. Like, nobody wants to deal with that shit. You want to suppress it and not think about it anymore. And For some of you, that's exactly where these insecurities are coming from. Something about your childhood is the reason you were never really put yourself out there that way. It's like you kind of waited for someone else to present an opportunity, and then you would kind of consider it, but not really. Some of you guys ran every time because you didn't expect to have this person on your mind this much. You didn't expect to feel this way. You didn't know how to process your thoughts or your emotions. And some of you guys didn't realize the people in your life were very good at pretending, but they were never who you thought they were. And that's exactly why you wouldn't want to take another risk. But I think that it's time to make a decision, whether it's a direction, whether it's a person. Some of you guys have already made this, let's be honest. Have confidence in yourself. Take your power back. Stand up for what you believe in. Communicate. And let the universe kind of do its work. Some of you guys have the transformation was so heavy that you went from a page to the emperor. Pretty heavy. A lot of things that you tried to brush off and not talk about, there's some childhood issues here for some of you that kind of causes the addictions, whether it's money or women or drugs. The reason you have your walls built up, like you don't really let anybody in. The reason you kind of live in a fantasy. The universe has kind of put a judgment call, and it's like they've been kind of speaking to you. They have tried to tempt you on a few different occasions to see what it is that you would choose. Some of you guys just need to have some patience with yourself, or with a Sagittarius, or with a water sign or an air sign, because someone has some pretty heavy walls up. But at the same time, some of you guys are going to be getting the news about a job that you've always wanted to do, something that you've always wanted to do. It's definitely a wish coming true. So don't be too guarded. Be open to the communication. Make sure that you're thinking clearly, because I think that this transformation was so heavy for some of you guys that it's hard for you to make a decision. It's hard for you to know when the right time is, or it's like you second guess your intuition. But at the same time have kind of regained a sense of peace in your home. Some of you guys need to have patience if you're waiting on reuniting. I think that this person, there's a lot of drama with the Five of Wands, but it's like they're not even paying attention to it. It's like they're wherever they need to be at that time, and then they leave, and these little firefly things up here, like they're not even paying attention to them. So if you're worried that that's the reason why they haven't came towards you, it's not because of other people. I don't think that they're even paying attention to other people. With the Ace of Water and the Nine of Water, because for some of you, this love and this happiness and this, stable, committed, whatever you want to call it, has always been with you, but they never told you, or you've never told them, and they want to, but for some of you, I think that they're afraid that you won't be satisfied for very long, that you'll get bored, or that you don't really want the same things as they do. But it all comes down to communication. It all comes down to, can you guys work this out, even if you're completely different? Because I feel like love wins at the end of the day for some of us, not everyone, but because this person is so, I don't want to say like high up spiritually, because this person's sitting in Empress energy, it's very hard to deny this connection, but it's also to the point where someone has healed so much that they're ready to be happy, that they are finding happiness in their life. And I think that someone is afraid, because I think that someone's always been tempted into a situation and that caused them to kind of put their guard up even more. But what you realize about yourself, or what you do need to realize about yourself, is everything that you went through has prepared you for the things that are yet to come. And it's time for some of you guys to just take that leap. It's time to speak up. It's time to actually move those feet or get in the car and make the move, because you put the time in. And when it comes to temptation, it's always going to be there. It's on both sides of the fence, but I don't think that we should be afraid of anything, because they say at the end of the day, you have to choose one. It's either fear or faith. It's either thinking that you're gonna make a mistake and look stupid and keep your guard up, or going after what makes you happy because you love this person, because you see yourself with this person. And that's what you want to do, because you realize that this person's been in front of your face for a very long time, and this is kind of something that's meant to be. So you guys are kind of going through this next part of life together, It could have been past life, but I feel like someone needed this time before to kind of gain some mental clarity about this, to realize what made them happy. And them healing themselves, they found the key to happiness, and that's within ourselves. So this person, I think they're ignoring every offer, to be honest. This person already is in love with someone, but yet there's other people that are like, ooh, trying to tempt you, but it's like, that's not what makes you happy. That's not who you love. And it's time to block these people out of your life. I feel like somebody has a soulmate who feels like this person's always going in the other direction, but I feel like at the same time, your guys' connection together is very strong. So maybe it causes one person to kind of get scared and swim off in another direction, but it's not like, I feel like someone gets a lot of attention. Someone could have children with other people. Someone never really seemed like anything was good enough for them. Like it was always some kind of battle, but this is your soulmate. This is where your happiness is. I think that someone wants to take a new beginning with you, because they realize you guys are soulmates, and it's time to walk away from the people, or the things in your life that, kind of brought you down. You know what those things are. You know your limits. You know when it's time to kind of kick that out and be in a committed relationship and spend some time together away from other people, and shut your phones off. Let the past go for some of you. And let's get this off the ground, because it's definitely a wish come true for somebody, and it's stable, and it looks like some shmoney's involved. Like, this person has so many feelings. It's like, but women and men were raised in so different ways. Like, men don't even process or comprehend or communicate their feelings in the same way that we do. It's not like they don't feel them, but I don't even really think that it's the same way. Like, it's hard for me to explain off the top of my head, but that's why the woman and the man comes together, because you guys balance each other out, you know. A lot of people have had to kind of do things on their own and maintain this exterior that they're fine, they don't need any help, they are masculine enough, they're the man of the house, and will talk about their feelings, you know, and then have this image to the world where they're out partying, they're out, you know, messing around, and I don't even know if things really happened the way that it was perceived. I think that there's going to be some things revealed. There's going to be a conversation about this, and pay attention to what this person says, because some of you listen to the wrong one. Some of you need to get away from a situation that you know isn't good for you, because there's a new opportunity here. And even if it means going in a different direction, this is where you're supposed to go. It's time to go down a different road and walk away from the things that no longer serve us. You know, there is a pretty disturbed air sign for some of you that could be kind of watching, causing some drama, because something to do with money. Someone was heartbroken by their husband in the past, so now they kind of like to sabotage other people for some reason. It's really sad. Time to leave those people behind. Time to focus on ourselves, get into a better place physically, mentally, spiritually. Go where the love is, you know, and get rid of some people in your life that, I mean, who goes behind your back and lies to another person? Like, that's crazy. The whole story is never told. And I don't even, at this point, I'm not even going to attempt to tell my side of the story, because that vibration, that mindset, that insecurity, or just plain hatred or jealousy, or I feel like it's insecurities too, but it's like, why would you want to make everyone around you miserable? Why would you talk about someone to someone that you don't even know? Like, you took it upon yourself to call someone else and get in between this situation for what? That's really messy. And uncalled for. And what did you gain after everything that you did? Because it didn't change how this person viewed this other person. It didn't really, but it really kind of should have shown you something about yourself. That you're the one that's really dissatisfied with yourself and your life. Maybe it's time to get a job. Maybe it's time to find a new hobby and figure out why it is that you feel the way you feel, and stay out of other people's business, maybe. Just a thought. Because the love and the commitment that is between two people would never change no matter what. Because that's how love is for some people. When it's real, it's real. When it's not, it's not. And eventually, all rats must die, even Master Splinter. So, at the end of the day, it's like everyone's going to be walking away from you, and you're still going to be miserable. So, I don't know. You can manipulate people and get them to listen to you for a little while, but eventually people catch on. Eventually people see what's really going on, and I feel like for some of you it's really your loss. Because when these people leave your life, there's no bringing them back. And there will be, for some of you, like heavy charges for some of the things that you've done. And it is done for somebody, like they don't ever want to talk, they don't want to talk to you at all. They don't care if you're watching them. They don't care if the things that you say, it doesn't even matter to them. Because happiness comes from within. It's not found in another person. And the things and the people and whatever is meant for us can't be changed because of what someone else says. And if it is, then there's some other issues going on in that scenario, and maybe you'll block it for now. Maybe you'll cause there to be some type of loss or regret. But I feel like if you're offended now by the fame and the attention someone gets, just wait on it. Because true beauty and intentions and truth shines through at the end of the day, and there's no changing it, no matter how you try to paint a picture, no matter how many times you call someone, no matter how much you fuck with someone's confidence because they have insecurities. That illusion that someone painted is being seen, and someone's just going to be quiet. Someone's going to not say anything, but they know. Some of you, this is somebody you work with. For some of you, this is an advisor of yours that you hired about the situation. Someone has feelings for you, and I feel like that's why there's just someone who is unapproachable right now. This is kind of someone's time to self-reflect and see things for what they are, and take their power back and move forward. And for some of you, you're going to figure out that you're never really going to be satisfied. For some of you, you're going to figure out that there definitely has been people that at their job, there's definitely has been someone who is completely disassociated with their emotions, unable to have a conscience, which I believe is a psychopath, sociopath, I don't know, Google. It's not that people aren't able to change, it's that people revert back to the negative parts of their personality that are pretty evil when they get triggered. So if you get triggered enough to lash out or talk about people or whatever old behavior pattern that maybe you're trying to change, or something that you know about yourself that you do when you get pissed off, as a reason that you're being triggered. And at the end of the day, someone just doesn't feel any remorse for the things that they do. They don't feel anything, and there's really no changing that, It's hard to find the words sometimes to express the things that we feel, or do we really it's just like maybe there's no point, after everything that's said and done. I think that there's just a lot of back and forth and up and down and confusion because there just isn't solid communication. And it's not just one-sided. Maybe everyone is, especially the ones like those of us that are emotionally fucked up, you know, because of whatever reason, it's really hard for some of us to communicate how we feel. So some of us try to show, you know, the love languages and stuff, but it's just like, if this is someone you truly want in your life and you want to understand them, then you're going to have to pay attention. Don't make it all about you, and figure it out, you know. We were taught for so long that love is something that's forever, and, you know, for better or worse, in sickness and health, but not really, okay? It's fleeting. It's like some of us spend more time in heartbreak than we do in actual love, but I'm still saying go where the love is. You know, stop letting other people's opinions, your own fucking opinions and thoughts. Like, if you love someone, go where that is, you know? Don't spend any more time wasting on people that don't give a fuck about you, or they don't love you, or they can't, or they don't want to make a decision, or whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? It doesn't even matter. Just, there's 7.4 billion people in this world, and why are we wasting so much time on people, you know, trying to get them to communicate, trying to get them to apologize, trying to get something accomplished, when it's just like frustrating and irritating, and life is very short, and intentions are either made clear or they're assumed, and all we can really do is move forward. It doesn't matter, you know, after a while. If you want it, you go after it, and it's not pretty, it's not like in the movies. It's fucking hard, and it's annoying, and it's dealing with somebody, but it's just like, don't you ever stop to think that, you know, if this person is genuinely meant to be with you, whether it's a life partner or whatever fucking title that they come up with, that you could be that much more powerful with this person, you know? I mean, do you want that, or do you want to be alone? Like, people need to figure out what the fuck they want and make it known, for one, and two, move in that direction, because it's just like a big mess. And we don't want to hurt feelings, or we don't want to tell the truth, or whatever the case may be. It's like everything is known eventually. Things are coming to light now. Light bulbs are going off. Things are ending. Things are over. Someone is walking away. Someone is watching you walk away. And it's not that they don't even, that this person doesn't love you, it's, they do. But maybe someone needs to take a break. Maybe someone doesn't want to talk right now. Maybe you guys are going in different directions. Maybe someone wants to explore the ocean, you know? Someone is manifesting a relationship. Someone just wants to be happy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with going after what it is that you want. I see some new opportunities. I do see things being evened out. But I also feel like there's so many people that need to make a decision. So many people have been kept on the back burner or in the corner. It's like some of y'all have been hurt, so you got backup plans times 7, and they have no idea, you know, but what will they do now? Shit. Somebody regrets some things, I think, but for the most part, there's going to be a new opportunity as well, but it's going to require someone to move for this job. Someone could be a Taurus, because I saw the Hierophant. Because you throw your entire self into something you're passionate about, there's a new opportunity here for you. Whether it's a job or Some of you, it could be a son. Some of you are going to be getting a call. If you're waiting on a call about this, it's going to come through. Someone might be waiting for you to call them, but at the same time, they're concentrating on what's in front of them and the opportunities that have been presented to them that maybe they don't really want. But at the same time, someone is willing to wait for something in their life that brings them balance, and they're not afraid to walk away from the things that don't. I think that the love for some of you has always been here, but you're changing, this person's changing, and some of you guys are going in different directions. Could be dealing with the Virgo. Someone could be taking a job, which means they're going to have to move and leave someone behind. Someone feels a lot of things intuitively. They know things. They kind of... Someone's just going with the flow, but they see a lot of things that they don't really talk about. Whatever was meant to be seen, they've seen, and whatever knowledge that was meant to be known, they know. So it's like you could have a conversation with this person about, the cheating or what someone would do when they would leave, or how they would manipulate things, or how they kind of played games. We could talk about it, but what's the point? Just time to leave that in the past. It's time to ground yourself and go towards your passion. Whatever idea, whatever it is that sparks that interest, that passion. And there's a Virgo that needs to walk away from someone as well. Could be another earth sign. Someone regrets something that they did to you, Virgo, that maybe at their job, maybe they walked away from this person, maybe that cycle's over with. But at the same time, I think that you're too powerful for this person. And they like to control things. Maybe they don't know. I think that they're the ones that is conflicted about what they want and what direction. It's like they're half and half. Part of them wants to stay, part of them wants to go. But they feel stuck, and there's these opportunities for some of you guys that have been here, and you have talked to them about it, and you guys both know how you feel, but there's a lot of mixed feelings about this situation. And I think that for some of you, it's okay to leave and be on your own. It's okay to think those thoughts that you think are inappropriate and let some things end, because someone needs to self-reflect. Someone needs to be on their own for a while, because they need to figure some shit out. And for some of them, so for some of you guys, there's a new opportunity coming in. But it's like they're not really going to tell me a whole lot about it, but it's like this partnership with this person isn't just emotional. It has a lot to do with money as well. It has a lot to do with destiny. But you've been sitting on this goddamn giraffe for so fucking long. It's like this opportunity has came and gone, but they've been waiting for you to go through this transformation, to be your true self, to move forward in that energy, to manifest things that you want into your life, to move forward with your heart and not your mind. To put the time in, to make the fucking decision, to tell the little birds to keep it stepping, to tell this person you're sorry for choosing someone else. Like, you don't really want to be single, even though you tell people you're better on your own. That you don't want this person to talk to other people. That they think about you all the time and they regret some things from the past. I think it's weighing heavily on their mind. And you or this other person is going through a kind of rite of passage. But it's time to stop juggling. It's time to be honest about how you feel. And it's time to go towards your passion. Trust your intuition. Leave things that no longer serve you. Get out of your head. Some of you guys, you have these awesome ideas about a job or an opportunity, but it's like you overthink it, and then you get frustrated. Like, that idea that you had was perfectly fine. Go with it. I mean, it's going to bring a lot of money and success, you know, whether or not you're by yourself or not. You know, you'd be more powerful with another person, but I feel like something's just over, you know. Somebody still is in a relationship with options, and the Empress isn't going. I'm just saying. It's here if you want it, but it needs to be equal. You guys need to be on the same page, or it's over for some of you. And this person already knows. So, I don't know. There's no need to have anxiety or be afraid to talk about things that is already pretty well known. Especially when it comes to options and not being able to make a decision and, you know, what way do I want to go? And someone's overthinking so much, it's like making my head spin. If you are the type of person that likes to be entertained, to have a lot of things around you to keep you distracted, which is on purpose, by the way, but I'm going to leave it alone. If you're that kind of person that likes to have a lot of people, a lot of things in your life, and not concentrate on one thing or ever make a decision, then it's time to be honest about that and not paint a picture that it's something else when it's not. I'm not here to judge, but I am here as a woman who has seen it, been in it, and know what it's like, and it's not fair to a lot of people involved. Because we brush under the rug or don't really tell people the truth or come up with some stupid ass excuse when the truth, maybe you don't know what you want. Maybe you like a lot of things. Maybe they all look good. That's your call. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a good night.